This is a man by the name of Norm Eisen. Norm Eisen is a key legal hatchet man, Democrat operative, former Obama ethics czar, believe it or not. And he is also a key architect of nearly every effort to censor, sue, impeach, and overthrow the president.
Norm, exactly the guy I wanted to speak to.
I'm sorry, I'm on a call.
Well, it doesn't matter because you're a fucking liar who set this all up and Costello just exploded your bullshit. You're going to jail, bro. What's the matter?
Officer, this gentleman is harassing me.
I'm not harassing him, I'm asking him questions. This is a guy who's lied to set up this whole trial. Norm, I'm not harassing you, I'm asking about how you've lied to set up this whole trial, how you've obviously coerced Michael Cohen to pay Stormy Daniels out of his own money. That's exactly what Costello testified to, and that you're lying about, Norm. Why are you lying, Norm? You are destroying this country, you know that? You're gonna go to jail, Norm. Jail, Norm. They like guys like you in jail. You know what happens to you in jail, Norm?
Okay, folks, so we find many a weasel in this world coming out of the woodwork, and these are all people who are adept disciples of Barry Soetoro, aka Barack Obama. Okay, and who is one of these guys? It's Norm Eisen, the key architect behind the color revolution and over 180 lawfare cases against Trump. Yes, this is a coordinated attack. This is the color revolution that you hear about going on in Europe, except the version that they've done here, that the national security state is very good at, is drumming up protests, chaos, lies, and lawfare to remove somebody from office, okay? Somebody who's democratically elected, like Trump, okay? And this is a way, right now, what you're seeing is a way to just eliminate Trump from the picture, right? But man, it's just, all it's doing is digging up how awful these people are. In spite of the lawfare going on, what you see going on with the public right now, and there are a few platforms that have opened up to this more, and even CNN's coming out, and even CNN, the slime balls at CNN are coming out and saying, this case sucks. This Stormy Daniels case with Michael Cohen as Trump's former lawyer. I mean, Michael Cohen just admitted yesterday that he stole $30,000 from Trump. Okay, so this guy though, this is where the characters in this whole play come out. Norm Eisen is this little loser right here. He is the key architect behind the color revolution, as I said, and the lawfare cases against President Trump. And thank heavens, this guy, the founder of Crowdsource the Truth, just yelled at him. I love it. He's like, you're an effing liar. You set this all up, and Costello just exploded your BS. You're going to jail, bro. Trump's defense witness, Robert Costello, on Monday testified that Norm Eisen coerced Michael Cohen to pay Stormy Daniels out of his own pocket. And I think Michael Cohen had a chip on his shoulder and decided, okay, I'm going all in with this. Eisen wilted and walked over to a cop for protection. Funny how they're breaking the law constantly, and they go right to the law to help them out, okay? Yet these are the same people that push defunding the police. So with this, he put this, he added as an addendum, it is my sincere hope that this is the best 60 seconds you experience all day. I've been to this trial over a dozen times to talk to one weasel in particular, Norm Eisen. And here it is finally, gosh. Norm Eisen is behind every lawfare case against Trump. Michael Cohen went to Norm Eisen in 2016 with his Stormy Daniels hush money payment grift. Okay, and that he was just exposed in court to lying about so he could garner favor with Trump. He was passed over because he's, well, an incompetent weasel, and Norm admits to having 10 drafted impeachments waiting. Woo! Obama's ethics czar, Norm Eisen, is behind 180 lawsuits against Trump and was behind nearly every effort to sue, impeach, and overthrow Trump. In September 2020, Tucker Carlson spoke with Revolver News Darren Beatty, a former speechwriter for President Trump, Beatty called out Norm Eisen in his discussion about the color revolution. Darren Beatty specifically called out Norm Eisen as the lawfare hatchet man and Democrat operative behind the color revolution. Norm Eisen is a key legal hatchet man, a Democrat operative and former Obama ethics czar. Believe it or not, he's also a key architect of nearly every effort to censor, sue, impeach, and overthrow the president. Now, this was at the time that President Trump was still in office. He is the author of, in fact, a color revolution playbook, literally called the playbook. And one of the items he calls for in his playbook to overthrow regimes overseas he doesn't like is engineering election fraud scenarios using election fraud to engineer mass protests to question the legitimacy of the target leader. Norm Eisen has a long and checkered history going all the way back to his days at Crew, which is a lawfare arm. He's been behind over 180 lawsuits against Trump. He authored 10 articles of impeachment before the president's phone call was even made. He was special counsel to the Democrats for the impeachment process. He was literally involved in every aspect of this color revolution against Donald Trump. And don't tell me that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer are probably best friends with this guy. Okay? They have probably, most likely, almost 99.9%, they are involved, heavily involved with this. So let's read some comments. No wonder Don Juan Merchan, the judge of this case, had a snit fit yesterday. The whole plan was exposed. As Jonathan Turley describes it, it was a kill shot by the Trump legal team. But what we don't know yet is how twisted the jury is. They may well vote to convict without giving a damn just because they hate Trump. There are so many grounds to challenge this case on appeal. This case is really interesting because it's almost like this whole thing was planned. This case right here, probably like the other cases too, was planned probably a while ago. Actually, so it wasn't organic. It wasn't that, oh, Trump did this thing. And no, it was planned. And there's that Democrat congressman in New York who created that loophole. He got that loophole pushed through that said, well, even though we have a statute of limitations on this, we'll go ahead and we'll punch a loophole in this so that we can just only prosecute for 1 year. And that same year would be the year that we would prosecute Trump, okay? Even though the statute of limitations is way over, okay? So I think this whole thing was constructed. This lawfare was this guy, Norm Eisen. He, as being the architect, this was constructed years ago, okay, to do this. And so once they knew they had rigged the election and gotten Trump out, then they were like, okay, it's good. But then just in case Trump ran again, they would have all this stuff set up, this lawfare. I believe there was some structure to this, and some of it, no, because the thing is they've done all this, they've initiated this lawfare against Trump because the unknown is Trump going to run again? And once he announced that he would run again, they initiated all this lawfare. But the problem is I think they initiated it too late in the game. And that's the problem that they had. That's the mistake they made. They had stuff set out just in case, but they initiated it too late against Trump. I mean, it's really pretty late in the game by now. And one case has been put on hiatus indefinitely. And this case is oh my gosh, what a circus of criminals they are. And then the Fani Willis case, who knows? Because Fani Willis is now under scrutiny. They're going after her. They're filing charges against her right now. So it's kind of interesting to see. So Merchant apparently had an outburst yesterday. I'm not sure what it was. I've only paid attention to some of this case, so some of you may know much more about me, but I'm just kind of delving into it. I said, okay, I'll just go ahead and start delving in on it. Merchant's outburst yesterday, the judge, was due to him worrying that he'll lose his big cash bonus for a Trump conviction. And that's the thing, too, is this was planned. He's going to get some major moolah if he gets a Trump conviction. And it's New York, and with a jury, I probably will happen, even though this case is absolutely a kangaroo court case. Everything about it is unethical. Surrounding it, the judge, he has a massive conflict of interest with his daughter being like a Democrat, like in charge of a Democrat activist organization and being a donor. So in a normal world, looking toward the results of an appeal is a good thing, but today the commies will flood the news with the conviction. If, God forbid, the commies take the House, then they're going to refuse to seat President-elect Donald Trump. When that happens, the whole idea of the Republican elections will be a smoldering heap in the annals of history. Game over. Well, I'm not going to buy into the black pill completely, for sure. So how can the House refuse a president-elect when he has won the Electoral College votes? So we'll see. Okay, that's a bridge we'll cross later for sure. But I thought I would bring this up, this little weasel, Norm Eisen, and I'm sure we might hear more now that he's revealed this guy, who he is, this wonderful person here, crowdsource the truth. I don't know much more about him, but that's what he calls himself. And so people are just like, this is low-key the funniest thing in this is at the very end after I bawl out. Norm Eisen, Giuliani can be heard in the background saying, deep breath, deep breath. Awesome for you. Thank you for this. You are the man. Yep, Norm Eisen is indeed going to jail. Glad you called him out to his face. I don't think this is sustainable. All this lawfare that they've been doing in fortification, this is going to backfire, and I think it's going to backfire soon. We're going to see some things that are going to be some hits, and we'll be like, oh man, oh, they're going to convict Trump, or they're going to charge Trump, or whatever. It doesn't matter, because this is a New York jury, and this thing is rigged. This is completely rigged. But I think quickly, we will see some karma start to come back, and karma already hits hard. Fannie Willis didn't even get out the gate, and karma has started hitting her. I mean, slamming her in the face. We'll see what happens with that, but indeed, it's being revealed. All the sins of these people are being revealed. Okay, so in any case, thanks for watching, folks. Let me know what you think of this Norm Eisen little weasel and the heroic efforts of this cool, awesome, independent journalist. So thanks for watching, folks, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.